Mr. Speaker, I'm delighted to yield 5 minutes to my good friend and our distinguished colleague from Arkansas, Congressman Marion.
The gentleman from Arkansas is recognized for 5 minutes.
I thank the gentleman from California. Mr. Speaker, I encourage everyone to keep in your hearts and minds, certainly in your prayers, our men and women in uniform and their families, especially those on the battlefield today, and to reach out to them and their families and let them know that you understand and appreciate the sacrifice and commitment that they make out of the goodness of their heart. Arkansans have done their part to protect our freedom, contributing heavily to the war effort since the conflict began. Our state alone has roughly 1,500 soldiers currently overseas. We have deployed 15,000 since September 11th of 2001. 45 Arkansans have paid the ultimate price, and 350 more have been seriously wounded. Congress cannot forget the sacrifice of these men and women. We will continue to support our nation's service members and provide them with every resource that they need. After listening to President Bush's recent proposal to escalate troop levels in Iraq, I'm even more concerned with his failure to recognize the severity of this conflict and what it really means. Recent short-term troop escalation proposals in Iraq have not stopped the violence from getting worse. President Bush has said nothing to convince me or almost no one else that his latest strategy will result in success. Our military forces deserve a policy commensurate with the sacrifices that they have been asked to make and have made. Regrettably, the President has not provided that policy or plan. Our leaders need to think long-term and make strong commitments to diplomacy with all of the other countries in the region and the world community. Our credibility as a nation must be restored. As the Iraq Study Group concluded, this is an international conflict that cannot be solved by U.S. military strategies alone. Furthermore, President Bush's proposals will create additional strain on our military readiness as well as our military personnel and their families. There is already a shortage of military equipment that jeopardizes the safety of our men and women in uniform. We cannot and should not send more troops overseas without providing the equipment and support they need to safely and effectively accomplish the mission that is charged to them. I oppose this escalation and urge my colleagues to do the same. God bless the men and women in uniform.